DJ Agro. ¿Qué onda, homie? ¿Cómo andamos?
¿Qué ha habido? Bien, gracias a Dios. Aquí nomás, dándole duro.
Machín. No, pues, comadre, que viniste, carnal. Tiramos aquí una esquina para que vinieran a hablar contigo aquí en The Real Vida.
A huevo, saludos.
Machín. Vamos a comenzar con... ¿De dónde agarraste tu nombre, DJ Agro?
Damn, that's a long story, but to make it short, I used to be a graffiti artist before I started DJing. I used to be a breakdancer and stuff like that, and I would just go tag up, trains and walls and stuff allá en Laredo, where I grew up. And I used to tag aggravated, and from there, when I became a DJ, pues I took out the aggro from that.
Oh, so era por aggravated.
Aggravated, that's what I used to tag. I used to tag aggro with a little character. Yeah, era el tag name que ponía cada rato. I used to draw different characters in between the aggro and the vaded, you know what I'm saying? So that's where I got it from.
Órale. So you grew up in Laredo?
Yeah, born and raised in Laredo. Graduated J.W. Nixon High School, and that was in 98, and then I moved to the Valley.
Sí. ¿Y tú cuando estabas en Laredo era 956 o no?
No, I was actually 210 before it turned 956.
Por eso dicen que Laredo no pertenece
que no es parte, there's a big war with that.
No sé, güey, no sé.
Pero a mí me vale. Yo tengo como quiero ahorita, soy puro 956.
Sí, a huevo. Y antes no existía ese pedo, güey, como que, tú no eres, Laredo no es part of the Valley, y todo se jale.
Nah, I didn't hear it. I didn't hear about it till I moved over here to the Valley about that.
Sí, porque aquí, pues ya sabes, todos, puro 956 a la verga. Represent.
A huevo.
So, cuando estabas allá en Laredo, that's where you started over there DJing?
Yeah, I started DJing in 96 during my high school lunchtime. They had A and B classes, and the principal would just let me mix during those both classes. And we had our crew, so we used to do like breakdancing. We used to bust out the cardboard and the turntables and do the whole show. You know what I'm saying? And I started DJing and started doing DJ battles and stuff like that. Started winning, so my name started becoming bigger. And then the radio station heard about it, so I got a weekend gig on the radio, and that's how
During
I got into
high
radio.
school?
Yeah.
Was it at 106.1?
Yeah, Radio Next 106.1. Okay. That's where I started working. Me, Bobby, Vicious, Danny Boy. We were all the same crew, which is Mixmasters. That's where we formed Mixmasters. That's our company that we have now, aside from where the company I work for iHeartRadio. So shout outs to my boy Bobby Macías, por si acaso no sabías.
Oílo.
Yeah, it's my carnal, bro. So
shout out to the homie.
Mm-hmm.
¿Y el Mixmaster cómo comenzó, güey? I mean, I know you said pero
he was the one that used to do the mobile DJing, so I started mobile DJing with him. And then we got into radio, which is Radio Next 106.1, but he used to do 98.1 before over there, Energy 98. And then 106.1 came around. That's when Mixmasters started forming as a DJ crew and stuff like that. And we used to do Sunday night cruise party down La Guerrero over there in Laredo. It used to be a long strip where we used to cruise just Lolos and stuff like that. And we started taking the radio station out there, do broadcasts y todo el pedo. So era un puro show, puro party, puro buena vida.
¿Y se ponía grabado el cruise night antes como ahorita, güey?
Yeah, we would broadcast live, but it wasn't pre-recorded. It was all live, bro. What we were playing there would be transmitted live to the station. And he would be at the radio station, running the board, doing his show and stuff. And then he would break into the mix with us live out there cruising. And we used to get people live and stuff like that. So,
sí, me te quedan
era una onda. It's nothing compared to the way radio is now. No compara, güey. It was a lot more fun, a lot more lenient.
More live.
Y luego Laredo, it's a smaller market, so nobody would overlook us or anything, you know what I'm saying? So it was a lot of fun, man. I miss those memories, those years. Sí. It was awesome.
¿Y cuántos años más o menos did y'all have that going on?
I started in 96, got into it 97, 98. We moved over here. I think it was about 2 years strong, that we were hitting it. And then he got offered a job over here at KWW Puro Tejano 96.1 here in the Valley, and he decided to bring us with him. I didn't start working at the radio station until a little bit after. With El Muñeco, I started doing the Tejano mixes for the Saturday night party and stuff, the cruise party that they would have and stuff. They would throw I think they would do a giveaway, and they would go through a carne asada at somebody's house for the weekend, and pues I would go and mix with them and stuff like that.
Neta, se ponía machín.
Sí, es nomás puro party.
Sí, huevo, chingo de vironga y la madre.
De todo.
No, comadre, güey. Y luego, después de eso, ¿cuándo llegaste a 104?
Pues después de eso, we were at KWW Puro Tejano 96.1 for a few years, and then they gave us the option to flip it to make it the Valley's hip-hop station, 96.1 The Beat.
I remember that.
Yeah, and then we did that for, I think, 2 years, too. And B104 at that time was going down, and 96.1 The Beat went up. and they decided to just fire everybody at B104 and revamp everything. And so they hired Johnny O as a PD, and then they gave him the opportunity to build his own team. And when he hand selected everybody, you know, he called Foxy Roxy, Vicious V, Jay-Z from all the different stations, and me and Bobby from 96.1. Al Frankie también, Frankie, the Mexican, Frankie G. He used to be with us there también, and we were all from 96.1 The Beat, and pues they offered us better positions, our own show. That's when I started doing my own show overnights at Wild104. That was in 2004. So we flipped it.
Yo me acuerdo que when I would hear que in the streets, people would hear more 96.1 The Beat maybe at that time.
Yeah.
104 was going down because they would play like more like gangster shit, like more hip hop.
Well, that's what happened. It came up big time, but it was real male dominant. So in radio, that doesn't sell. So that's why B104 flipped to Wild 104 and won over the ladies and went back up to number one. And The Beat salió, and they made it now 96.1 Recuerdos. They changed the format because they couldn't sell the station, man. It was too male dominant, you know what I'm saying? And
yeah, I remember when they used to do the shows in el Lynbrook Park, like the big concerts y todo.
Yeah, ahí también en el Mesquite y el club, que era W Tejano, ¿cómo se llamaba el que estaba ahí en?
En el Anolana.
Sí, en Holanda.
El Tejano.
Tejano era Club W enseguida. Ahí entre medio traíamos a Pitbull
también
y
antes
todo.
así, ¿no?
Ándale, sí. And right in between, we used to throw concerts,
yo
summer
alcancé a
jams.
watchar a SPM ahí una vez con
Ándale también,
chavalón, güey.
yeah, bro.
He was promoting la de Merry Go Round. So this was like back
so
in
I've
the
been
day,
in this for a while now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember those days, güey. Se ponía
memories.
crazy el cruise night ahí, güey. Se ponía grabado, se ponía chingo de gente, güey. Chingo, toda la Nolana cerraba.
Yep.
Era cuando estaba Grand Central Station también.
Well, hablando de Grand Central Station, I used to work at Grand Central Station in Laredo también.
They had one over there?
It was the first one around in this area, besides
I
Odessa,
Texas.
I
didn't even know that shit.
Yeah, bro, there used to be one over there. I started working there when I was 16. They used to sneak
me
in through the back. Yeah, because I was actually good at what I was doing, you know, and Grams allá estaba chingón también. But it was only one building. It wasn't like here where it was like 6 clubs. But then later when I started working over here, when we flipped to 96.1 The Beat, it so happened that Grand Central Station was going to open there in Far también. So they hit me up también, and I went in there and I actually started working not as a DJ, but as building my own club in there. Like I was doing the construction con ellos, pintando, wiring y todo el pedo, and setting up the carpets and everything. And
because they had some
the
crazy shit going on.
Yeah, and the cages and all that. You know, they said, "How do you want it?" And, you know, so I had part in that too, and build my own room, which was Zazu. And that one I used to play in Zazu. Yeah, it used to be the Zazu, which is a top 40 hip hop dance, all the, you know, chavalona. And then it was salsa merengue, and then it was the country in the back. In the middle, it was karaoke, and then it was the 80s, 70s and 80s. The other one, the little bell bottoms, used to call bell bottoms. So
me acuerdo entrando también ahí cuando estaba chavalón, que
bro.
Pues te hacía sneak in, ya sabes.
Pues I would play there, and then after hours go to Mexico and play at Fridas and
Calipso,
todo eso, like,
I remember all that shit.
Emporio and all that. Like, hombre, I went through all that, man. So yeah, DJing, you know, at the clubs and radio is all I've ever done.
What's the craziest story you got in one of those clubs? Porque en México se ponía a grabar el pedo, güey, o aquí, like, como algo que miraste que dijiste a la verga, I'm out, like.
Man, I have so many. I can't even think of like one exact one, but man, I mean, there's some that I don't know if I can say them on video, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's some crazy stuff, but I mean, just this, I would be coming back at 5 a.m. from Mexico and still play at after parties. After there used to be some clubs there. There used to be a major club that was on 10th and the old HEB on 10th, and it's a little way before Nolana. I forgot the other street, but it used to call Babylon or something like that. And I used to come back from Mexico at 5 a.m. with a bag full of candies, ready to party at 5 a.m. still at that club open till like 2, 12, 1, 2 in the afternoon.
Gotcha.
I think those were the craziest moments, you know what I'm saying, during that little era
that you were
of
DJing.
the after parties, when the after parties first started here in the Valley, bro. And actually, I was one of the ones that partake in forming after parties, because you remember Fantasies? the strip club.
Yeah, allá por la
Yeah, in
107
Edinburgh,
Calaverga.
107, before
Yeah.
Jaguars and all that.
That was a crazy strip club, güey. Ahí no había
there,
rules a la verga.
yeah, my brother-in-law used to work there. Him and the manager were good friends. So we would go after there just to party, like us initially. And then it just formed into like a big after party all the time. And then they started doing after parties at Mint Lounge and all that stuff, Liquids. And I don't know if you remember those clubs there on Nolana at the Taj Gallery. Ahí se ponía. And so we were innovators, you know. We started those after parties because there was never after parties like that here in the valley, you know what I'm saying? So we started the party scene to that big, you know.
It was a big after party, güey, porque yo iba desde Álamo, güey. Yo era chavalón. Yo crecí en Álamo, and I would go all the way over there, güey. Rifándote la bien locos y la verga.
Yeah.
Y en ese time había otro que estaba más lejos que se llamaba Boom Boom.
Ándale, sí, the little hole in the wall. That was even worse.
Sí, ese era otro pedo.
No, ese ya es como México también, so.
Y me acuerdo que en el Fantasies they had like the drive-thru enseguida, ahí comprabas la beer porque era BYOB, ¿verdad? Y en corto caías, no tenías que rifártela.
Y pues allá outside city limits, antes no había pedo, you know.
Sí.
So and then Jaguars started doing it, and now Jaguars is still doing it, you know.
Yeah.
So, and I still play there sometimes.
Sí.
Yeah, se pone crazy.
How do you, like you've been married, ¿verdad?
Yes.
How many years have you been married for?
Now, going on 17.
17?
Yes, with my wife.
So how does that work when you go work at a strip club en la madrugada, güey, and then llegas bien tarde?
Pues con los blockers.
No, pero digo, like with your relationship, like how does that?
Yeah, no, my wife is very understanding and supportive, and she actually parties with me all the time, so she goes with me. Anda ahí también, y pues anda en todo el bolote, también le gusta, so. I mean, she's like my best friend, so everything I do, and you know, I tell her, so.
Y es con ella.
Yeah, y es con ella, y pues los dos juntos, so. Así mejor, así no tiene que andar pensando qué ando haciendo. Y ahí la tengo y le gusta también, you know what I'm saying, so.
No, putas, living the dream,
yeah,
man.
Blessed, bro, blessed. I was able to make it work, you know what I'm saying, so I'm blessed for that.
No, comadre, güey. Going back to Mexico, güey, ¿te acuerdas que when you would come to Mexico, before you could cross drunk?
Yeah, por eso te digo, yo pasaba con los ojos dilated hasta la madre.
Como nomás con tal que si hubiera...
Like, you citizen, pásale, sir, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yo me acuerdo que venían like chingos knocked out y nomás... Con tal que uno estuviera bien o algo.
Yeah, exactly.
Driving.
Like, oh, you're watching them, okay, yeah.
Like, ahorita no me necesitas como 10 papeles para cruzar y para atrás y la verdad.
Yep, and unas 2-3 horas ahí de searching y todo.
Sí,
porque
el perro y
te
la
saben
chingada.
algo. Yep.
Están hueliendo ahí todo el show.
Times have changed, bro. Big time.
Sí, pues había más freedom, güey, más... Es diferente, ¿verdad? No había cell phones, también andamos en la calle sin cell phones, remember that shit?
Con los beepers.
Yo tenía un pinche, pues yo estaba bien broke, so...
Con el Nokia.
Tenía un pinche un notepad, güey.
What?
Yeah, I would have like a notebook.
What the heck? What kind of notebook?
Like a regular notebook, like como un spiral notebook, yeah. Okay. So, conocíamos a rucas, and that's how we get numbers. I would write them down.
A la madre,
Chile, so I had... Y luego sí conocíamos como a... María y la otra María, pues María White Car, María Nalgona,
so you can reference them,
yeah, and then we would have to go to a payphone, güey. Stop at the payphone y estás hablando. Y a ver si estaban en la casa porque pues no había cell phone, y la vez contestaba el jefe.
Yeah, bro, how times have changed. Well, I mean, referencing to that is Midnight Magic. I used to do a show, and pues you know how people used to call all the time.
Son pelotados.
Yeah, like, you know, do message, and now I can't do that show anymore because of social media and all that stuff. Nobody really uses the radio anymore for that. If they want to send a love dedication or a message, they post a meme on their page or something. So they don't use the radio for that anymore. So I had to stop doing Midnight Magic.
No, pues y también ahorita no hay mucho amor, ¿no? Y ahorita ya no.
También, I mean,
ya no van a andar hablando las rucas que, hey, I want to dedicate this to this vato. I'm saving my shit. No, ni que ni verga. Ahorita van.
Or I'm sorry. A lot of them would be like, oh, tell them I'm sorry. I messed up and this and that to give me the chance.
Play this song.
Yeah, this is for him. Y órale, ahí te va, you know what I'm saying?
Y ahora, hey, que me pague el BBL y no hay pedo.
Yeah. Ándale, puede estar con la que quiera.
Quieren una bolsa, quieren una pinche purse, una mamá.
Eso, huevo.
Es otro pedo, pero pues...
Times have changed, bro.
Te tienes que mover con los tiempos, y no, pues va.
Yeah, I've seen a lot, man. A lot of different fads gone through them, you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of different eras and of dancing, of music, of genres, you know. So it's been amazing. I'm blessed, bro. Loving what I do, you know. Never work a day in my life.
Hell yeah. Y hablando de ese jale de genres, what's your favorite genre to play? Like yours, not that you have to go to a club.
I really don't have. I don't have a favorite artist. I don't have. I'm like biased. I'm neutral to everything. I love everything, bro. Salsa, merengue, corridos, banda. I mean, de todo. Y de todo te lo toco y te lo puedo mezclar todo.
Con tal que soy mamalón.
Nomás con que te mueva. To me, music is more of a feeling. You know what I'm saying? If you feel it, that's good music. You know what I'm saying?
You don't go into much como politics.
Not too much of the, not the artist did this. I don't care about the background. If that song, has a good vibe and I can feel it, I'm playing it. You know what I'm saying?
Machine.
And it moves the people, depending on the crowd that I got and stuff.
Yeah. Oye, see, I know the DJs get this a lot. Like when they're playing, siempre viene la drunk girl.
Request.
Hey, play my song. A la verga.
See, and that's the thing. A lot of DJs hate on requests. A lot of our DJs are like, no, I don't take requests. Y que la chingada. And they hate on that. But that's actually a tool that I used through all my years to be able to rock a crowd and read a crowd. I prefer for them to come tell me, even if it's a song that I don't want to play, I just want to know what kind of crowd's out there and what kind of song they want. And sometimes I have like what they say, like writer's blocks or DJ's block, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't know what to play next. And somebody will come and ask for a song, and that just opens a whole library of songs that I know I can play, that I know they're gonna like because they're dancing already too.
Oh, I didn't know.
You know what I'm saying?
I didn't know there was DJ's block. We like writers.
Yeah, sometimes it's because like me. Imagine on the radio station, I hear all the same songs all the time, and then I go to a club where they want to hear the same songs all the fucking time. So I'm playing them, and to me sometimes I feel like I already played it, but I haven't played it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So se me cierra el mundo, estoy viendo por todos los files que tengo and going through my Rolodex in my head, you know what I'm saying? And then también it takes like production, it takes programming. It takes programming to be able to play something old and know when to play the new song and know how to back it up with a hit so that way you don't lose the people. You know what I'm saying? Or when you're testing a new song, you got to know what to play before and after so you don't lose that ear. You know what I'm saying? And that's how we work radio, and I learned all that from radio programming.
And do you still do the actual mixing at the end and the beginning of the song, like matching the BPMs y todo, or you just play another song now?
Yeah, no, I that's what I like to do. I like to blend all my mixes, you know what I'm saying? If you listen, you can hear sometimes 3 or 4 songs at the same time. You'll hear the acapella of one, the beat of another, and then sometimes I'll switch out the bass from another song to another song that are in the same key and stuff, that's part of music. And I just blend them all together, and I love doing that, man.
What do you use to mix? Like, get this on controllers or?
Whatever, controllers, turntables.
You can pretty much
the old school. Yeah, I mean, I started on belt drive turntables a long time ago in my room, with the same 8 records, and I just practiced those same 8 records to figure out how it is that they mix. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't have nobody teach me back then. There wasn't not many DJs, especially where I came from in Laredo. You know what I'm saying? So I started mixing freestyle music back then. In 96, and I had the same 8 records, and I would just figure out like where are they throwing it, how are they doing it to keep it to so you can hear both beats at the same time and they're on sync. And that's what I would practice in my room with those same 8 records. And then once I figured it out, and then I was in music and band también, so I knew how to count beats, and I figured out that every break is either 8 or 16 count beats, you know what I'm saying, the intros, and that's what you mix out of. You mix the 16 and the 16 and you layer them, and it's like a puzzle. And it's all math, the beats per minute, it's all math.
Yeah.
So if you have an 80, you can mix a 160, you know what I'm saying, together, and they blend together, you know what I'm saying? So, and once I figured out that, me arranqué yo solo.
And do you remember what those 8 songs were?
It was DJ Laz and Spanish Fly, the freestyle. And
old school shit.
Yeah, old school stuff, bro. Like, I mean, it was I forgot that song. I forgot the title of it, bro. It was some, no me acuerdo el nombre de la song, pero I mean, it was the same 8 records, and it was back then. There used to be a little record shop there, and that's all I could afford. You know what I'm saying?
Vinyl?
Vinyl, yeah. I started vinyl, and I'm like, what I mean by belt drive.
Yeah.
There's direct drive turntables. Direct drive, those you let it go, y se arranca de volada. Mm-hmm. Belt drive, you have to help it. Yeah, and it doesn't keep the same beat per minute. You have to be messing with it constantly to keep them on beat. So once I learned on that, once I got on the other turntables, the direct drive, no, me la hice cagada.
And do the belt drives have a different sound than the other ones?
Not only as far as the tempo, like you can hear the whir, you know, when you tempo it down and up, you hear it a lot more.
Like
you know,
turntable losing
yeah,
power
direct drive, pues se la pesca. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a lot cleaner, a lot easier to manipulate too, and to do the scratching too. You know what I'm saying? When you let it go, you have to let it go, and it has to play. And the belt drive, you have to kind of push with it too. You know what I'm saying? And direct it yourself. So it was more manual than automatic.
No, con madre. Y cuando comenzaste a ser DJ, ¿era nomás porque oíste a un DJ, like when you were younger, you heard somebody scratching? Or?
Since I was 5 years old, I used to perform at the mall, and I used to, my idol was Michael Jackson. If any artist that you could ask me if I like, that was it, Michael Jackson. I copied all his dance moves. I knew all his songs, you know what I'm saying? My mom bought me the outfits with the little caps that said "Beat It," and it had all the little reflectors and the zipper jacket. Todo el pedo con el glove and the white socks and the black shoes, high water pants, you know what I'm saying? Like, so, and I would dress up as that, and my school back then, the elementary, would do performances at the La Plaza Mall over there in Laredo. And they would have cheerleaders dance, like just pom-pomming around me, and I would be doing head spins and rubber bands and all that, you know, breakdancing right there in the middle, and we'd do a little show, you know. I don't even remember what it was for, but I have pictures there where I'm like upside down. Yeah.
And how good was your moonwalk, 1 to 10?
That was a 20, bro. I would do it better than Michael Jackson. Ask me now, though, but no, me caigo ahorita. Voy de reversa, compro terreno. But yeah, he was my idol, so I was a breakdancer, you know what I'm saying? All through those years, I was breakdancing all through high school. And then there was a show with Bad Boy Bill. I don't know if you know him. He's a big EDM producer, DJ right now. But he's a massive scratch DJ, like Bad Boy Bill on fire. Yeah, sí estaba juggling beats y la fregada. Y pues yo era breakdancer, and there was a battle, and I ended up seeing that, and I was like, ah la madre, and I got all into it, and I was like, I want to do that, you know what I'm saying? So then my mom bought me some belt drives and stuff like that, and a realistic mixer, the Radio Shack, and that's what I would do, and then I took off, and that was in '96, and then Graham Central Station came around. And I was already mixing during lunchtime, and I got the weekend gig, and they heard me on the radio, and then Graham Central Station hired me to work for them, and de ahí me arranqué. And that's because that was when I was 16, 17, 18 years old. I was also during all that time, I was also graduated from Boy Scouts into Border Patrol Explorers. So I was part of the Border Patrol Explorers 1985, post-1985 in Laredo. That was a 2-year program. And as soon as I graduated that, I could have taken the test, which I already had passed, the practice test, and I would have started off at $40,000 a year, Border Patrol. But at that time, I was also getting offers to go play in Acapulco and Mexico, Señor Frogs, todo ese pedo, and travel and stuff. So I was in a big Y of whether stay in music and DJing, and that's when I was with the Mix Masters, and I was making chingo de feria because we were playing every weekend at quinceañeras, weddings, and all that stuff in Mexico, and andamos para arriba y para abajo, y bien ocupado, you know what I'm saying? So I was at that point where, should I stay in Border Patrol and just, you know, give up the music life, or stay DJing and radio? And then the opportunity came to move to the Valley, and that's when I just decided to come over here y me quedé en eso. It was all mix masters and radio ever since, till now, till this day.
No, machine.
Yeah, love it.
Since you would do a lot of like quinceañeras and stuff like that, did you ever come across como que alguien no te quería pagar, güey?
Oh, yeah, plenty of times. No, teníamos los cobradores también.
Oh, sí.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, no, we had a big family out there in Laredo, and pues we had our hustlers and stuff like that too. So
sí.
we'd go collect. So now I learned from all that from way back then. Now when I go play somewhere here, I require que me paguen antes, ¿me entiendes? I mean, or at least half, you know, deposit to lock in the date.
So you know they're serious.
Yeah, bro, exactly. So
because then you lock in the date.
Till this day, even my son now, he works at the clubs. He's working, I don't know if I can say the club name, but he does the lighting and some DJ. But hasta ahorita todavía le ven como $1,000 que no le han pagado.
Oh, sí.
So good.
Going
through the same
Quémalos.
thing.
Ahorita quita tu chance.
I don't know what I can say, pero tienen banda. Every week tienen banda y comienza con la P. Y se acaba con el aso.
Más putos.
Y se acaba con aso.
También, güey, pues así hay gente como quiera por todos lados. Is he the only son that picked up DJing from you?
No, actually, all four of my sons are musically inclined. My oldest son, which lives in San Marco, he's a lyricist. He does rapping and stuff. He does studio work también. And then my other son, Josiah, he does production, which is the one I'm telling you. He also does the lighting. He does engineering for lighting and stuff like that. And he does DJing. And then my son after him, which is Devin, he's a lyricist, producer también, and he plays instruments también. And then my youngest son, he plays in conjunto, and he plays the bass también, and produces también. So todos. And I didn't push it on them. They just, I guess from being around me, being in the studio, playing shit over and over and over all the time, doing my own edits and stuff like that, they would always be there with me, and they picked up on it, bro. And they all had their own little niche of what they wanted to do in the music industry.
Sí, bueno, machín. I've been seeing también que you've been posting a lot diciendo que you're going hard in the gym y todo ese jale. There's something that brought something como que te hizo push más.
Old age, bro. I mean, I'm 43 now and started to see the white hairs and the back pain and the knee pains and stuff like that. And I said, like, no, man. And, you know, coming out, I did this for so many years and the clubs and coming out at 2, 3, 4 in the morning, going to Whataburger, eating and then going straight to bed and then wake up like at 9 in the morning, having like 3-4 hours of sleep and then work all day on the radio and then do another club gig at night or a wedding or quinceañera y todos velados con los ojos negros de abajo, you know. Like, I just realized that it took a toll on me. And now I need to take care of my health, bro. I mean, I don't want to lose the mobility. I don't want to have to be worrying about my back problems or, you know what I'm saying? So it affected me, so I just said, yeah, aquí se acaba. I need to eat better, work out, and I've been feeling great, blessed, yeah. Down about 20 pounds, gain a lot of muscle, so yeah, le voy a seguir dando.
So, aparte de lo del DJ y todo ese jale, güey, what else you got going on or plans que andas haciendo in social media or content?
Right now, yeah, trying to be a content creator, pues with the gaming, you know what I'm saying? Trying to get into that a little more since gaming is pretty fun, you know, and to make money off of it, that's crazy. Because back then, pues, gaming was just gaming and pasar tiempo. Now, at least you can make money off of it. And so I'm going to try and hit that a little bit too, you know.
Sí, pues puro Warzone. Pues
yeah,
we play together y todo el jale, so.
Puros dubs.
Sí, hablamos machín.
Yeah, so a ver qué onda con el Warzone 3.
Sí, ahorita anda la shotgun en chingas, ¿verdad? Matando a todos a la verga por todos lados.
Dude, that OP shotgun, hombre, me fastidió tanto that I had to get it.
Sí. I saw you using the sniper one. I didn't make a class for that one.
Dude, that thing is crazy, bro. Sniper.
You just put the slug on it, ¿verdad?
Yeah, 50 meters, boom, knock them.
I saw somebody running the sniper and the other one.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to figure out I don't know how to do that yet, but.
You buy one at the buy. And then get your class for the other one.
Cierto. I didn't think about that. Sí. Put it on 2 different loadouts.
Sí. So you don't have to get 2 loadouts.
As long as you have it on the
first one.
First.
Yeah. Y lo compras y todo.
Sí, cierto.
Pero pues ya va a salir ahorita el MW3, güey, y luego Warzone 3 también, so.
Excited about that, bro.
Yeah.
Be ready for some more streaming videos on that.
Sí, a huevo. Sí, we're going to catch you streaming for that gaming.
Facebook, Kick, and YouTube, and Twitch.
¿En qué? At DJ Agro?
Yeah, at DJ Agro, yeah, todos at DJ Agro. Simple.
Okay. And when do you stream, way or?
Whenever I can. Usually it's in the AM after the gym. I'll go on for 2 hours and then I'll do my thing and then come back after I finish my work. Usually at night, around 8 or 9. No, for another 2 hours. I try to do 2 hours, an hour, 2 hours of live stream.
Hell yeah.
Because I have to actually get 60,000 minutes on Facebook right now so I can get monetized to get the in-stream ads. And that's where the money's at too, so.
Pues ya está, para que lo hagan a follow a Agro, vayan lo watching y todo jale para que se levante el pedo, ya sabes. Especially, yo sé que hay chingo de gente aquí en la valle que juegan o watchan Warzone y la madre.
Yeah, dude, I mean, a veces estamos jugando y entra uno ahí, ¿qué onda, cut? De volada. And we already know he's from the valley. Sí, ¿de dónde eres? Del valle. And boom, add him de volada. So.
Sí, huevo. Como que ya todos nos esperan la verga para jugar con nosotros.
No, hombre, unless all the sweats are on.
Oh, sí, güey. No,
like
sé,
Boss.
Los pinches chavalones que se van en un viaje, güey.
Yeah.
Sí, Boss, McLovin, güey, se van en un viaje también.
Yeah. No, hombre.
Y ahorita, güey, cambiando de subject, do you keep your ears to whoever's rapping here in the valley?
Yeah, I try. It's just so many nowadays. And then they come at me trying to get radio play, but that's completely out of my hands. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't really have any say so on what I could play on the radio station. Now at the clubs, there I do. I'll play them, or like now on my streams, I've been playing the local artists such as you, my boy Future, which is now he goes by Uno. Lennon B, I've been playing his. Alex Cantu, trying to show some love to our local artists. Since I can't on the radio, you know what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
But,
and do you have any favorite ones, or nomás you just anything that hits como dijiste hace
Yeah,
rato?
I mean, I show love to all of them, but I mean, I started working with local artists way back then too, with Street Sweepers. I actually produced some of their tracks. When we started with Curly Stone, Pistol, and all them. Used to do a lot more with them and stuff like that, but radio's really separated me porque también pues they keep us busy, you know what I'm saying? And también I can't really do too much because of contract with the radio, you know what I'm saying? So it limits me, as far as doing other things like that. So
yeah, with other artists or labels or stuff like that.
Yeah, because then they think I'm gonna
promote them.
Favorite, or try to do a little plugola, payola, and that's totally the biggest no-no in radio. Artists come to me and tell me, how much do I have to pay you to play a song? I was like, I can't, bro. Even if I wanted to, I really can't. They
have to go through
iHeartMedia, get their ID from iHeartMedia, and that way it'll be legit, and they get their royalties and stuff like that. Especially because of the new copyright law that came in, what was it, 5 years ago? Cuando se pusieron bien pesados. That's why YouTube, Facebook, all that, you can't really play anything, and you get de volada muted, and stuff like that, and striked. They take down your videos because of that. So,
how do you see the difference in the radio, desde comenzó a pegar todo en social media, YouTube y todo ese jale, Spotify?
Como te digo, I don't get people calling. Our lines used to constantly be ringing. We have 10 lines, and they used to constantly be lighting up. Ahora, it's only when we say, hey, caller 10, call in right now. We got tickets for so-and-so. Whoever's caller 10 with the correct phrase that pays wins. Así de fácil. And then the lines, boom, they're all light up, and we go 1, 2, 3, 4 down the line till we get caller 10. Pero back then, nomás hablaban for shout-outs and stuff like that. That's why now you don't hear people saying shout-outs and stuff like that. It's rare, you know what I'm saying? Now we're trying to bring that back by utilizing Alexa and iHeart Radio app. You can also talk back. It has a talk back feature button where you press a microphone, and it gives you 40 seconds to leave a message or whatever you want, either dedication or if you want a request or whatever, and then it'll come back and get to us. And now you can say, Alexa, talk back to Wild104 on iHeartRadio, and then they'll give you, 40 seconds to record. Boom, and then you record.
And automatically sends it to the station?
And it automatically comes to us, and we have our website where we go in there, and we can go in there and check out all the audios, you know what I'm saying, and use them to our ability. If it's a shout-out, we can use it and throw it in there, and the shout-out will come out on the radio.
No, pues está con madre, güey.
So yeah, technology's changed a lot. So radio's changed a lot. Before, when I first started in radio, it used to be reel to reels to do the commercials, and used to cut them and tape them and stuff like that. That was producing back then. Also, también whenever they would call in and stuff, también it would be live. We didn't have the opportunity to record and edit the calls and then use it wherever we wanted to use it and stuff like that. So it just changed a lot. And before I used to play CDs. Now it's all computer. El log ya está hecho. I can massage it. I can't really do anything. All I do is interrupt it. I go in there, it says voice track here. I go in there, press record, and then record it, and it plays. And that's it. So.
Sí, pues está más ya.
And I can record for any radio station and iHeartMedia around the world, and they have stations in China and stuff like that. I just have to apply, and which is what I'm going to be doing now. I created an air check, so that way I can send it to different PDs, and then if they hire me, they will be able to hear me in San Antonio, Austin, Corpus, stuff like that. So, en eso ando ahora.
Está con madre, güey.
Yeah,
pues
trying to
more
expand.
years.
Yeah, bro. Now that we have the technology like that, which is called Sound Plus, it's an app where I can go and record pretty much in any radio station that's an iHeartRadio station. Just make sure and listen every day, 7 to midnight. I'm on the radio. If y'all need some shout-outs, like I said, you can talk back on the talk back feature button, send some shout-outs, and I'll play them back. And the block party every day at 8 o'clock. If you tune in, ponte listo porque you're going to want to open a cold one. It's party time every day at 8 o'clock.
Oh, sí, pone rolas acá
Block
bien
party
activas.
is well, actually, it's at 12, at 5, and 8 o'clock. You hear my mixes on the radio.
Sí.
So tune into Wild104, baby.
Y es puro lo que está pegando ahorita, que todo el pedo.
Todo, yeah, mixes. I mean, it's a lot of mashups and stuff like that, EDM, hip-hop, reggaeton, but it's like a lot of different remixes that you don't hear on the regular radio time, you know what I'm saying? So, but it's all the hits and old school, mix it all together to create a nice little vibe, party vibe.
No, está bueno, Agro. No, pues gracias por venir, canal.
Gracias por
Gracias por
tenerme.
venir, güey.
Anytime, bro.
Aquí vamos a estar como quiera. We'll have you back next time. Hablar de más jalecillos y ver qué onda.
Pleasure's all mine, man. Aquí estamos.
Ya está, Sumi.
Y no nos vamos.
Like to thank the sponsors de aquí, the Clean Cut Barbershop, aquí en San Juan,
Nice.
con el camarada Clean Cut Dan.
Nice.
You can come get aquí un pinche haircut mamalón y la chingada. Aquí están abiertos todos los días, Mondays, ¿no?
You specialize in the haircut or no? Little el Edgar.
Sí, aquí te hacen el pinche cut haircut, te volar, le cae el camarada.
Shit.
Oye, ya está, Sumi. Entonces ahí estamos, G.
Órale, thanks for having me, bro.
Ahora.